tried detoxes, cleanses, parasite protocols, or antimicrobial programs and ended up feeling worse, more tired, more foggy, more reactive. I want to start with saying this clearly. You may very well need detox. The issue is not detox itself. Detox without preparation and priority and safety is not where we want to start. Today, I want to talk about why random cleanses or protocols, especially when elimination pathways aren't supported first, can be uncomfortable, expensive, and sometimes harmful, and how we do this differently so the body doesn't go into freeze or survival mode. I want to share something that just happened to me in a consult today. I was talking with a person who had worked with a naturopath for years. They have been committed to doing what the practitioner suggested, followed protocols, invested time and money, the whole 9 yards. As we were talking, I asked a very basic question: how much water do you drink? I then walked them through the logic of getting adequate water for their body size, activity level, environment, then their coffee and alcohol consumption, and they were in shock as to how much water they were needing to drink. Their next comment was surprising to me, and probably to them too. My naturopath has never discussed hydration with me. Let that land. I hear this all the time, that practitioners like myself don't ask the most basic foundational questions for health. Water. Getting enough water is huge. It's always the first question I ask anyone when someone has health challenges. Anyone. How much water are you drinking? If you know me, I ask that question a lot. I want to be clear. I'm not here to criticize that other practitioner. We all have our areas of expertise and focus. Some practitioners are really into their protocols. Others focus exclusively on foundations or nutrition. The problem is when we land too far on either side and we're not paying attention to what really needs to take place. I will never have a client start detoxification of any kind without first getting enough water for their body and their detox need, their specific situation. It's irresponsible of me to tell them to do anything less than get their most basic foundation in order so they can build on solid ground. Even the Bible talks about building your house on rock versus sand. The rock, a solid foundation, is always the way to go unless you want to be swept away when life challenges it. So foundations without targeted support can stall healing. Targeted detox without foundations will overwhelm the body. Our job as practitioners, and I take this personally, and as individuals stewarding our own health, is to balance both. Most people aren't doing everything wrong. They're doing things out of order. Random detox looks like killing pathogens, aggressive cleanses, or jumping into protocols because someone else tolerated them. But detox only works when the body has a way to get toxins out. If the exits aren't open, toxins don't leave, they recirculate and cause problems. When that happens, symptoms increase, not because detox is working, but because the body is overwhelmed. Before healing and before detox, the body has priorities. And the first priority is safety. Safety isn't just a mindset. It is a mindset, but it's also a biological state. The body will not release toxins if it believes doing so will threaten survival. A good illustration of that is constipation during detox. The body is overwhelmed and it's not feeling safe, so toxins aren't able to leave well. For the body to feel safe enough to heal and detox, it requires 5 core foundations. Water, to move toxins out and as a secondary supply of oxygen. Don't know if you knew that. Minerals to support nerves, digestive tools, and the detox pathways. Oxygen, so cells can make enough energy instead of panicking. Movement to keep the circulation going through our bloodstreams, the lymphatics, and even the bowels. Food that fits your body's needs, not trendy foods, but the right food for you. When these are missing, the body doesn't heal. It seals up and protects. Hydration is the most overlooked foundation I see, even in natural health. Water's not just about thirst. It regulates blood pressure, kidney function, bowel movement, bile flow, and detox. Coffee is dehydrating. I know that's not a popular thing to say. Everyone's stuck on coffee. But for me, when I look at hydration, they're drinking coffee, fine. But for every cup of coffee you drink, The body needs about twice that volume in water to replenish itself, just to have enough where it's not dehydrated. Soda is dehydrating too, and it needs similar replenishment. Alcohol is dehydrating and places an even greater demand on detox pathways due to the negative effects on the liver. Symptoms that are connected very clearly to those types of things without having enough water: fatigue, brain fog, headaches, blood pressure imbalances, frequent urination, constipation, anxiety. These are all signs of needing more water, not juice or smoothie, but water. Many women think that hormone problems are just stress problems, when dehydration is a major driver of stress and hormone issues. Let's talk honestly about detox reactions. Nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, headaches, skin reactions, emotional swings. These can all be Herxheimer's or detoxification reactions. From my personal experience, I have discovered that for myself, when I am doing a detox that's a little too strong, I will be freezing cold, teeth chattering, shivering constantly cold, even if it's hot outside. This tells me my body is flushing more than I'm prepared for, usually without enough hydration or elimination support like binders or liver support. So those are things that I always look for when I am really cold and I'm doing a detox. Detox symptoms are not a badge of courage. Please know that. They're not proof that you're doing it right. They're a signal that too much is happening at once. When detox reactions stack up, the body shifts priorities. It moves from survival mode, sometimes into freeze. Healing pauses. Hormones adapt. Inflammation rises. And here's the part that most people don't realize. The brain creates a pathway that says detox equals danger. So the next time you try to detox, the reaction is faster, stronger, and more intense. This is why we don't rush and why we don't do this alone. Detox is not something you should white knuckle. Having guidance allows us to slow down, adjust timing, support elimination, and keep the nervous system regulated. Sometimes that means emotional support in a different way than you expected. We want progress with as little discomfort as possible, considering your real life, stress load, and responsibilities. The goal is not suffering. The goal is sustainable healing. Many people do need detox, but detox without safety, hydration, and open elimination pathways will not be helpful. Before I recommend detox, I want to understand what your body is ready for. That's why I start with the root cause landscape blood panel for all my clients. It helps us see the priorities before we take action. Is it infection? Is it toxin load? Is it cell energy? Or is it really a nutrition issue and you're not needing the detox that you think you might need? Your body is designed to heal. God created you so beautifully. I want you to remember that. But healing requires order, safety, and support, not force.